Hey, this is Lee Nevis, host of CJ and Cell. Thanks for listening to the following podcast on Public House Media.
This is John Lauder, host of The Cheap Seats here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, The Cheap Seats, where we talk about sports from the fans' perspective. A new show comes out every Monday. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss an episode of The Cheap Seats. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
How's it going, everybody?
Hey guys.
Coffee with Keith
and Katie on Public House Media.
Thank you so much for joining us for another Coffee with Keith and Katie on Mondays, 7 p.m. live on Public House Media. Today is, I was excited. Last week, I got a headline on my little ticker on the phone, and it said, Manchester United. If you don't know, Manchester United is my soccer team. Katie's, we had to rep them today. Katie's got the sweatshirt. I got sweatshirt. Got the hat as well. Manchester United. Oh, Mr. Fuzzy Face is looking at the coffee machine right now. It was announced that Melita Coffee is the official coffee sponsor of Manchester United.
Whoop, whoop.
What? And it was the first time I ever heard of a coffee being an official coffee of anything, a team naming a coffee sponsor, the official coffee.
Even Starbucks. Like, I've never heard of the official coffee of the Olympics.
Yeah, you've never seen a Starbucks arena yet. You know,
It's coming.
It's got to be coming. But if it's going to be anywhere, it's probably going to be in England, right? Or something, or something like coffee and tea is a large part of the culture, especially tea. But I'm not sure about coffee. But it was great to hear. I'm like, holy smokes. And Melita, they make coffee filters. They are the coffee filter originator.
Oh,
You can see that right there.
I did not know that.
Yeah, the lady's first name is Melita. I'm not sure of her last name, but it was like, back in the 1800s, and she was sick and tired of her coffee having grounds at the bottom of her cup. She says, there's got to be a better way. So, hi, Mr. Fuzzy Face. Get out of there.
Thanks for stopping by, buddy.
She says, there's got to be a better way. So she, took some light tissue paper or paper, and she started poking holes in it. Like that, the water should get through, but the ground should stay in place, and bada bing, bada boom, you had a coffee filter. So Melita Coffee, they're the king of coffee filters. You can find their coffee,
Queen.
or the queen of coffee filters, and you find them anywhere: Target, Walmart, any supermarket. Melita Coffee filters are always there. It's harder to find the actual coffee, at least here in the States, but did get our hands on them. Melita Coffee pods. We got these at. Hey, stop attacking, Mr. Fuzzy Face. You can't see him, but he's losing his mind right now, and now he's biting Kate. You know what?
Stop.
Get out of there.
Shoot.
Get out of there.
There.
Mr. Fuzzy Face is not behaving.
I'm not at all.
Bad
He's
kitty.
acting out. You're gone every weekend. He's stuck watching Dr. Quinn and Dharma and Greg. He acts out.
But we got.
He doesn't care.
I don't. These acts. It's not my problem. I'm gone. You gotta be nice when I'm gone. Yeah.
He is nice when you're gone. It's when you come home that it's a problem.
Stop being a punk. Well, we have Melita Coffee. Put it right in our new espresso machine. Got it today. We got one of the machines that Tyler Overly uses.
Yep.
He used that on one of our shows a while back.
Yeah.
So this has been brewing. I don't know if I've ever had Melita Coffee. So this is going to be interesting. This is definitely Manchester United, definitely my favorite soccer team.
European indulgence.
Let's see if the coffee matches the level of the team.
Let's see. Roast meter 3. Medium roast. I want to see if it says, like, packed in England, something. Best Buy. Clearwater, Florida. Oh, that's
Okay.
Melita, USA. Clearwater, Florida. So where was it made?
But this is what we have. It's really more of an espresso coffee. So we have about 4 ounces in here. Katie and I will try it together. Just black. Katie doesn't do that, just black. But you can't let the coffee be tainted with any artificial flavoring.
For the sake of the show.
Gotta do it. All right. So here we go. This is the official
The official
coffee. The official
Man
coffee
United.
of Man United.
Whoop.
All right. So
Better be good.
those of you that don't know, Man United has a rich history of winning. And
They are the Patriots.
well, the last
Of
couple
soccer.
of years they've kind of been more of the Cowboys, but we'll give it a shot. But Manchester United, I'll get into Manchester United after trying the coffee. Got to rant about the team for a minute, right? All right. Well, first ever trying Melita Coffee, official coffee of MUFC, Manchester United Soccer Club.
Just drink it already. Drink it, man. Is it coffee?
It's coffee.
Looks like coffee. Smells like coffee. No coffee for you, Fuzz.
Queens Park Rangers? David? You like Queens Park Rangers? Hey, nothing wrong with that. I didn't know you were a soccer guy, David. Or are you just saying Queens Park Rangers just to say it?
Maybe that's not what QPR means to
It
him.
means Queen Park Rangers.
Maybe it means Queen Pride Rally.
Good. It's a good cup of coffee. Is it the most amazing cup of coffee I've ever had in my life? I don't know if I can say that.
Is
But
it worthy of having Man United's name on it?
yeah, I mean, we just did this really simply, right? We brewed it, we put it in a cup, and now we're drinking it. You can do it in so many other different ways, but I think that's a pretty good cup of coffee right there. But it's plain dark, so we'll see what you think.
Hot. Burn my tongue.
Oh no!
Tastes like
I
coffee.
like the smell. I like the smell. I think it's a good cup of coffee. You know what? If it's good enough for Manchester United, it's good enough for me. You know what, Melita? They made a great move.
Quintessential purple ringdom.
Was that what it stands for, David? QPR? Did Katie get it right? I've always bought Melita coffee filters, but since they really don't have much other than these coffee pods for wherever I went a lot of places trying to find different types of Melita coffee.
QPR is my homies, as much as any Premier League team is anyway.
See? Queen Park Rangers.
Quintessential purple ribs.
Sure. So, Melita Coffee, official coffee of Manchester United. Manchester United. I've been a fan of Manchester United since
2 World Cups ago.
2 World Cups ago. It was after the World Cup where the United States did pretty well. They got out of the group stage, and Tim Howard was the goalie, and people were really excited about the United States soccer, and I kind of got into it a little bit. I'm like, you know what, soccer's pretty cool. I really like this, so I'm going to have to find a team that, that's easy to follow. And Manchester United, I definitely tried to hop on the bandwagon of Manchester United. I knew they were always good, pretty much.
David Beckham.
I knew David Beckham played there. I knew that Sir Alex Ferguson was a living legend there, and I knew the name of their stadium, and that was about as much as I knew. And so I bought
Tell
it.
them what the name is.
Old Trafford, Manchester. Yeah,
Is it actually old?
it is old. It's an old stadium.
Older than Wrigley?
No, largest stadium in the Premier League.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Take that, QPR, David.
And so I bought a jersey. I went to the local Manchester United bar in Chicago, and then I've been a fan ever since. So it's been about 5 years.
Yep.
And since that time, they have never won a Premier League title. They've won one FA Cup, and they won a Europa League title 2 years ago for the tournament.
I don't get it.
They've been a disappointment since I've become a fan. At least as much as a disappointment. Hey, Mr. Fuzzy Face. Is at least as much of a disappointment as Manchester United can be, because they've performed under par for most years, and they just fired their coach midway through the season.
How are they?
Jose Mourinho. They cut him. They let him go. So then they hired a new coach that was a former player legend for them. Not really legend, but he was a fan favorite, and he did a pretty good job when he played. His name is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And Ole has them after, I don't know, I think he's coached them for 13 or 14 games, and he's won total between the league and the Champions League or FA Cup or whatever, and he's 11 wins, 2 losses, and 2 ties or something like that. The guy is just completely flipped the team around, and they're winning, and people are excited. And he was supposed to be just an interim head coach, but he's been doing so well that everybody thinks that he's probably going to be the full guy in charge moving forward. If not him, probably Zinedine Zidane. Zinedine Zidane. Yep. If you don't know him, if you don't know the name Zidane, he's the bald-headed player that played for Real Madrid that headbutted his opponent a number of years ago. QPR Stadium holds, I think, 7 people. I think it probably holds 12 to 15,000 or something like that. QPR, they're one of the teams that they'll go between the Premier League and the lower league, every couple of years. So
they're the ones who they do badly, so they get sent down. But then they're kind of too good to be in the bad league.
So then they get sent back up. Yep. QPR, they're always one of those teams.
What does this stand for?
Queen's Park Rangers.
Queen's Park Rangers.
Yeah. Right? That's what it is.
Rangers.
I respect David for taking QPR.
Yeah.
I respect the QPR decision, David, because like me and a lot of other people in the States, they just pick, I'm going to pick Manchester United, Manchester City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Barcelona.
I said Barcelona.
And Real Madrid. A lot of people in the United States, they take the big teams with the big money because it is easier to pay attention to them, and it's easier to follow Manchester United than it is to follow QPR. It just is, because
there aren't very many clubs for QPR in Chicago.
But anyways, yeah, Melita Coffee, official coffee of Manchester United. I'm going to take a sip of it again.
The official coffee of Coffee with Keith and Katie on February 25th.
And quite possibly moving forward. It's a good cup of coffee. Melita coffee filters. I always get Melita coffee filters because they're good, and they're like the only coffee filters you can get unless you go store brand. And I got these Melita coffee pods. You can put them in an espresso machine. Makes good coffee that way.
Makes a special machine to be able to buy these things.
Makes good espresso. I got these at Walmart. Couldn't find them anywhere else. But yeah, good coffee, good soccer team, winning combination. Manchester United is a fan of Melita coffee, and therefore I am a fan of Melita coffee.
I'm a fan because Keith's a fan because I just don't care enough.
They got you. If anybody ever underestimates the impact that marketing has on people, just ask me. I said right away, "Oh, I'm going to buy Melita coffee now because they're the official coffee of Manchester United." Right away, and I, like everybody else, I know what advertising does, and I know what marketing does, and a lot of it's just a ploy. You don't start looking like David Beckham just because you buy the same conditioner that David Beckham buys. Everybody knows that, but everybody's gonna buy that conditioner because David Beckham buys that conditioner. I don't buy the conditioner. I don't even know if he has his own conditioner, but I do know that Manchester United now has their own coffee, and therefore I have my own coffee now. It's my coffee. Manchester United. Glory, glory, Man United, as Reds go marching. Yeah. All right.
We bought new cat food for Mr. Fuzzy Face only because on the thing is a little white kitten with a black suit. And I said that is what we will get our tuxedo cat.
Hey, if you're gonna cause all this trouble off camera, I'm gonna bring you on camera.
He's being very naughty.
Yeah, you're gonna try to bite me, aren't you?
Yep.
Don't bite.
Behave yourself on television.
Meow, meow. There's Mr. Fuzzy Face. Say hi to people. Mr. Fuzzy Face is also a Manchester United fan.
He doesn't have a choice. He's like me.
You're a Manchester United fan, aren't you? Yeah.
You want to show him his ninja foot?
He's ready to strike with his ninja foot.
He always has his ninja foot ready. Whenever you pick him up, he's ready.
He's ready to strike. Anyways, this has been Coffee with Keith.
And Katie on Public House Media.
And Mr. Fuzzy Face and Melita Coffee and Manchester
Man
United Football Club. Go Man United.
Yay!
Go Reds. They got a new coffee provider, which means I got a new coffee provider, even though I may still be paying for it. Whatever. Details. Goodbye, Mr. Fuzzy Face, and goodbye to you, nice folks. We will see you again next week, Mondays, 7 p.m., Public House Media, same time, same place. Be there or be square. We will see you later and have a great week.